Me coming live on this episode. So this is an episode that is going to be on my YouTube channel, and it's also going to be on my podcast, Self Actualization Podcast. This is me, Binay, and on this episode, I'm going to explain to you something. I'm going to show you something that I use every day, and something that I've started to use probably in since the last 1 month, 1.5 month, and it's something that I call daily tracking sheet. So this I got the idea from Sam Ovens, and this is a daily tracking sheet where you track your habits, where you track your performance, and that helps you to that helps you to keep the stats of how things are going and things like that. So if you're one of those people like me who likes to track every single aspect of their lives, then this is a very great tool. So if you feel the benefit of this tool is like you could track things and you can measure things, and as you know, Peter Drucker says what gets measured gets managed. So this is a way of measuring your daily activities in such a way that you can manage them, and it is a way of getting in touch with reality, because a lot of times you think that you are doing something but you're actually not doing it. Like you might be fooling yourself, but numbers don't lie, facts don't lie. So this is a way of keeping yourself in check, and seeing what you are doing, what you aren't doing, and how how your habits evolve, how you can evolve your habits, and how you can evolve yourself into a higher human being just by keeping track of your habits and trying to improve them every single day. So like right now, as you can see, like this looks pretty confusing, right? So this is the month of July. This is the full month of July, and these are my stats. Like I track them every single day. So the blue ones are Saturday, and and uh, the blue ones are Saturday, and the yellow ones are when. So I've seen the cycles of the moon have a certain effect on the body and a certain effect on the mind. So if you notice, like I'm trying to notice this right now, what happens is that the cycles of the moon affect a lot of things about you. Like they affect your state of mind, they affect the level of self discipline you have, they affect how you follow your habits, how motivated you are. So there are a lot of things that are affected by the cycles of the moon. So I'm just trying to find that if it is true, and how true is it in my experiential reality. So that's why the yellow ones are, they are like, they are either full moon or new moon, or there are days in between, which are considered important between full moon and new moon, which are called ekadasi. So they are either full moon or new moon or ekadasi. So I'm just keeping them in track, so that I can see whether it has an effect on the human system or not. It's too early to judge. So let me explain to you what are the things that are in my daily tracking sheet. So the first one is date. So it's just every single day, like that. And uh, the green one is something, uh, it's a Saturday, but also it's a moon, like something specific with the moon is happening on the Saturday, then it's a green one. The first one is sleep start. So this is the time I go to bed. So this is the time that I go to bed and sleep. So right now I don't have any sleep trackers, any Aura Ring or anything like that. So what I'm doing is, right before I go to bed, I look at the time and then I estimate. Uh, I usually estimate like how much time it takes for me to fall asleep, and then right before I go to bed, I look at the time and then I put an estimated amount of time when I had fallen asleep in here. So this is the sleep start time, and on the sleep end time, I when I wake up in the morning, I look at my phone. I look at the clock on my phone. I don't check Instagram or anything in the morning. I just look at the clock. So on the clock, whatever time it says, like I put that time in here, and it is the sleep duration. So if you go to sleep at 9 and wake up at 4, then that's 7 hours. So something like that. And these are the first three. So this is something that keeps track of my sleep. And to be honest, much of the things that are here aren't happening the way I want them to happen, but there is improvement in them. So it's not something like as soon as you do this, you can start. You will start skyrocketing on your habits. At least for me, is something that you can track and then you can be aware of. So it certainly has improved, but I haven't. I'm not yet able to follow this schedule to a T, because I've been doing this for 2 months, and I can say that improvements have come from this. And the habits right now here, ideally what you can see that I'm going sleep at pretty weird times. So this is something that I don't want, but it still is happening. But I'm keeping track of it. So someday I go to sleep at 3:20 a.m. Someday I go to sleep at 11 p.m. Someday 12:40 p.m. Someday 9 p.m. Someday 12 p.m. Someday 5 a.m. I go to sleep at 5 fucking a.m. Like that is that is not something that I want happening often, but it is happening. So I'm keeping track of it, and then uh, sleep in the time I wake up. Ideally, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sleep at 9 p.m. and then wake up at 4 a.m. But as you can see, something like that has only happened once in all these days. But still I'm keeping track and I'm trying to do that as much as I can. It actually has happened around twice, so this is also pretty early. So the goal is to go to sleep by 9 p.m. and then wake up in the early morning before the sunrise, because your best quality sleep happens between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Like those 4 hours are crucial for your circadian rhythm, because there are many research on this as well. What happens is, on my own experience, if I fall asleep before 10 p.m. and keep sleeping throughout until 2 a.m., like that's a very high quality of sleep I will get from that. So even if I sleep, like if I sleep at 9 and then wake up at 4, that's 7 hours. That's a better high quality sleep than if I sleep at 1 and wake up at 10, even though that's 9 hours. So there's certain times, like there's a reason people feel sleepy in the night. There's a reason there's no light in the night, because nature is designed in such a way that if you can get in sync with nature, and if you can sleep at the time that nature wants you to sleep, your sleep will be better, your life will be better. As you can see, I haven't been able to implement it much often, but I am still making improvements, and I'm not going to beat myself up for that. I'm just going to try harder, and I'm going to try every single day to get close to what perfection looks like, basically. So as you can see, the sleep end time is Sometimes it's 5 a.m., sometimes it's 11 a.m., and then today it was 12 p.m. So it's getting fucked up pretty much. But still, someday it's 2:40 a.m., and someday it's 5 a.m. So sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Also, if you observe your habits, you will find this very often. Like, you go through you go through highs and lows every time. Like, you go through those fluctuations. Someday you follow your habits, very awesome, and then someday you fall back on your habits. And this is something that goes on all the time. So I'm trying to be more aware of this highs and lows in my habits. And the third one is sleep duration. So, and the cool thing about this tracking sheet is, on the end, you get an average. So right now my average for my sleeping time is 4:10 a.m., and then my waking time is 8:32 a.m. So that's the time, that's the average time for me right now. But it's it's pretty fucked up because my the time I fall asleep is later than the time that I ideally want to wake up. But I would have never thought it was something like this. It was something so disruptive. But since I started following this, I've been shocked at the things that I'm able to discover about myself, and like how self-deceptive your own estimates can be if you don't track them. And this is a read written statement at morning. So if you know anything about Think and Grow Rich, which is a book by Napoleon Hill, he gives there in that book he gives six steps, which is a written statement that basically where you read out your goals, read out your goals and things you want to accomplish. So I'm doing that, and I read my written statement every morning and every night. Uh, uh, and the percentage here is like how how well I've done on the written statement, like how emotionally charged I get after reading it. So that's the percentage. Right now, the percentage isn't very high, but still I'm tracking it, and so that I can measure the fluctuations. So you will find one important aspect of this tracking is that you can't judge yourself. Because if you start to think like, oh, I'm not doing very good, then you'll start to become demotivated. So just focus on the fact that you're doing it at all. Just focus on the fact that you're actually tracking it, and you have everything in check, even if you're not doing it. Like, if you forget to do most of your habits on a single day, just write write like dash 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 dash, but still write something, because you're tracking it. And that makes a lot of difference. And then this is so if you're I do a lot of practices by Isa Yoga Center, and these are my yoga practices in the morning. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these fives are my yoga practices. This is Surya Shakti. So this is basically like Surya Namaskar, which is a physical exercise. This is also a physical exercise. So uh, when I wake up, the first thing I do is I read my written statement, and then I do Surya Shakti. So uh, I've been doing 12 cycles of Surya Shakti, and as you can see, uh, I've been able to do them pretty consistently over the last few days. And then this practice also has helped me tremendously. It has uh, improved the energy levels in my body. It has like, it's basically the main exercise that I do. I didn't go to the gym or anything. It's basically like the main exercise that I do. And what I want to do is I want to increase the amount of cycles on this. So slowly and gradually, I would want to increase the amount of cycles on this, and that would be the exercise that I get. So from 12, I might go to 21, and then I might go to 33, and then there's a sequence of numbers according to which you can increase your cycles. You can just increase them randomly, so I will go according to that. And then this is another practice which is an advanced it is an advanced practice by Isha Yoga Center, which is called Sakti Chalana Kriya. So this is a practice which helps you get in control of your breath, and it helps you. There are many things about this, but I don't know uh, a lot about this practice. I just do it and get the benefits of it. Just like you don't have to know everything about electricity, and you don't have to know everything about your phone or your computer in order to use it and get benefit from it. So you don't have to know the technical aspect of it. I just know that it has provided me with a lot of energy and a lot, like, there my breath is different throughout the entire day if I do this practice. And it's a lot more smooth, it's a lot more uh, smooth, and it's a lot more long term breath. If I forget to do this practice for like 1 or 2 days, my breath gets so short, like, and I realized that it was my normal breath. It's not that my breath is getting short, it's my normal breath, but it feels so weird. So I just continue the practice if I ever stop doing it, because the way it makes you feel is amazing. And there is one aspect of this, which is Kapalbhati. So there's a Kapalbhati breathing exercise in this, and that is the thing that I track. It has many other kriyas as well, but that is the thing that I track because the more you master this kriya, the more kapalbhatis that you can do. That is the only variable in this. So that is the thing that I'm tracking. And right now, I'm able to do 50, 60, something around that, cycles, around that amount of kapalbhatis per cycle. I do 3 cycles, and then I'm trying to increase this, I'm trying to increase this number, and I'm trying to increase this number, I'm trying to increase this number, I'm trying to adjust this number, and I'm tracking all of this. And then this is Sambhavi Mahamudra. So you might know Sambhavi Mahamudra. That is a practice which is taught in inner engineering course. So not the inner engineering online, but if you take the inner engineering online, you're one step closer to it. It is a practice that is taught through Isa Yoga Center as well, and I keep track of it. I started doing it twice a day right now. So before, I used to do it only once a day. Where is it? Yeah, I used to only do it once a day, and you can see, like, I've missed some practices. I used to do 6 cycles of Surya Shakti, and I did like 4 Kapalbhatis, then 16, 20. And I can say, like, this month, the starting of this month, I'm making good progress right now, according to compared to last month. So that is pretty good. And then this Sambhavi Mahamudra, I do this twice a day. I used to do it one time per day. And I gotta tell you, like, there's, you might think, like, doing this once per day and then doing this twice per day might have like two times more benefits. But in my experience, what I found is that it has like 10 times more benefits if I do it twice, because I don't know, like, it's the way it works. Like, it doesn't just add, I think it multiplies, so that's why I've started to do it twice a day. And today, in the evening, I have still left one to do. And this is Shunya meditation, so this is in connection with this. This I do on on the afternoon and the evening, and this is a 15-minute meditation which helps you basically to experience nothingness, and then to basically get to see your mind for what it is, to get disidentified from your mind. So this is what I'm practicing every day. So I've done it twice a day, and today it's not time, I haven't done it. I will do it in the afternoon and the evening. And then this is Chit Sakti meditation. And you might know that there's Chit Sakti meditation um, on YouTube, on the Satguru app, and many other places. So I'm doing that. I just recently started doing it, and ideally, I want to do it twice per day, but at least once a day, I want to do it. So I've been doing it, and I've been doing it twice per day. And then yesterday, I did it once per day, and then today I did it. Today I did it once in the morning. So and this is diet. On diet, and this is, I usually eat my meals between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. I don't eat anything outside of that, except I drink water, but I don't eat anything except outside 12 p.m. and 5 p.m., and I try to stick to it. And if I eat only one meal per day, then that's, I give myself one. And then if I eat nothing, so this is me fasting throughout the entire day, and this is zero. And then this is like me either eating two meals a day or eating one meal a day that is outside 12 p.m. and 5 p.m., or me eating like crappy junk food. So this is two, and then this is three. Like this is fucked up. Me eating like multiple times per day outside of my time, and then junk food and everything. So this is three. This is me totally uh, like becoming a devil or something. Like this is my this is when I get compulsive, I guess. So this is when I have a craving to eat, and then I go and eat it, and then I eat again, and like I have total I have no control over my eating habits. So you can say someday I can just eat nothing at all, then someday I eat everything I can find. So it fluctuates between those things. And then this is my work start time. So this is the time that I start my work. And you can see it's pretty fucked up right now, because ideally I want to start my work at 7 a.m., but right now it's happening at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. That is because my wake up and sleep time is fucked up. Because if this gets managed, like, this is the holy grail. If these two things are managed, then all the other things are like dramatically improved. So I'm doing my best to manage them, and I'm trying every day. And this is the work end time, this is the work duration. This is Brain FM. It's basically whether if you guys know Brain FM, it's a brain auditory stimulation kind of music, which helps you focus, which helps you relax, and which helps you sleep. So if I'm using Brain FM while I'm working, then I write yes. And these, like, I don't work in Saturdays, so this is off. And I didn't work pretty much at all this day. So on this day I haven't written anything. And then this is output. So what was my output percentage of the day? So this goes here. And then what was my focus percentage per the day? This goes here. And then this is plan tomorrow today. So I try to plan the other day after I finish my work. So if I plan tomorrow today, then this goes here. And then after this is a read slash course. So if I am reading or if I watch an episode of a course someday, then this goes on here. And then the other thing, this is no distraction after 8 p.m. So what I try to do is I try to get no distractions. Like after 8 p.m., I just use don't use my Kindle. I don't try to read. I don't use my phone. I don't use my laptop. So I just prepare for sleep. So that's what I want to do. And this is also very, very extremely difficult thing to do. And if I do this, then my sleep cycle also gets dramatically improved. So I'm tracking those things as well. And this is I've been able to do it once on the full moon. So these are some things that I find interesting. Like my habits and discipline gets very, very maximized during the full moon. So I don't know if that's a placebo or something, but I find that very interesting. And then it begins to recede, and then mm, it begins to recede as the full moon dissipates. So and this last one is this one is sleep subliminal. So I play subliminal audio when I sleep. So this is me checking, like if I keep the subliminal on when I go to sleep, then I just put a yes. If I forget, or if I don't put it on, then I put a no. And then this is read written statement at night, and sleep consciously. So this SC means sleep consciously. So I read my written statement at night, and then like this is the percentage which I'm successful at doing this. And then after I read my written statement, I try to sleep very consciously. Like I try to be aware as much as I can while I drift into sleep, which is a very beneficial thing to do. And I track the amount that I am doing to that I track the degree to which I am able to do this. And then on notes I just write things like this is my full moon, this is the full moon, so I just write full moon, this is the ideal sleep cycle. So on this day I just fell asleep at 9 10 p.m, and then I woke up at 2:40 a.m. So I just woke up in 5.5 hours with fully rested amazing sleep. So I woke up even before 4 a.m, even before my alarm. So this is really interesting because this is the ideal way I want to be woken up. I want to wake up like naturally with very little sleep, but still very high quality sleep. And like I want to function. Ideally, I want to function without any sleep, but I'm trying to reduce my sleep as much as I can naturally without forcing. So this is an ideal sleep cycle. But what I've noticed is that if I follow things ideally in a given day, then then ego backlash happens. So if you tried to make any changes, you know that if you want to go to the gym, you go to the gym for 5 6 days, then you start to even see some improvements. And when you start to see some improvements, you get lazy, you start eating unhealthy, and you procrastinate and you stop going to the gym. You do everything you can to stop going to the gym even though you are seeing improvements, especially when you start seeing improvements, because there's a deep part of your brain that doesn't want change, that wants homeostasis. Homeostasis is a condition where things stay just the way they are. So your brain wants that, your subconscious mind wants that. So that's why change is difficult. And after I have my ideal sleep cycle, the other day I sleep at 12 and then I wake up at 9, which is okay. And then today it was more like I slept at 5 a.m and then I woke up at 12 p.m, but still fine because it's a fluctuation. When you are low on your habit degree, then the only thing that means is you are about to go high on your habits. So the fluctuations will always happen. The only thing that you need to make sure of is that the average of those fluctuations is still high. So that's something that is happening in my practices as well. The average of those fluctuations is still high, and that's something that I'm trying to capitalize on. And on the sleep and wake up cycle also, like it might look super fucked up, but you can see I slept at 4 a.m, which is pretty bad, but I woke up at 8 a.m, 8:30 a.m. And then if you see last month I woke up at 10 a.m, 10:48, almost 11 a.m. So I'm making improvements on my waking up time. And then if you see, I slept 7 hours and 23 minutes on average, and last month I slept 8 hours and 8 minutes. So on this also I'm making improvements. So it's not like you don't look at the upper end and the lower end of the fluctuations and make a decision or a judgment. You look at the average and make a decision or a judgment, because the upper and lower levels fluctuate a lot, but they fluctuate in a pattern, and the average is what counts. So the average is what you should measure, and the average is something that you should improve, and the average is something that you should keep track of on a daily basis. So this is the way I keep track of my daily habits and routines. I will try to give you guys an update once I finish this whole month of August, and let's see how what has happened to the uh, daily stats and the daily routines by the end of the August, and I will give you guys an update on that as well. So for now, thank you for watching, and see you guys on the next video.